Intuitive eating confuses the hell out of me. And I guess I wanted to sit down and talk about why it confuses me and also kind of why it pisses me off. Intuitive eating is the movement or the idea that you should eat intuitively. You should eat what your body craves, you should eat when your body craves it, and you should eat enough that you're full, but stop before you're stuffed. And I just want to say, who does this actually work for? Can I be honest? If I were to follow the guidelines of intuitive eating, which is something that I think I've mentioned before, probably promoted before, but the more and more I try to live it, the more it pisses me off. Because if I did, I would literally be eating coconut chocolate cakes and processed vegan nachos and vegan buffalo strips all day long. If I were to eat what my body craves, that is what I would go for. Because that's what a craving is. Now, I have to be honest, have I ever craved broccoli or salads? Yes, I have, but those cravings are not regular for me. I've craved broccoli maybe a handful of times in my entire life, whereas vegan brownies, I crave those at least once a week. And so if I were to follow this idea of intuitive eating and eating what your body is craving for, that would not be healthy. And I want anybody to ask themselves, if you were to follow this intuitive eating and try to eat what your body craves, would you really be eating healthy? Because that's what the intuitive movement is about. And I understand that some people are like, oh, well, if you're craving vegan nachos, you're just low on sodium and you have to eat this ionized Himalayan pink sea salt for $50 a can. Yeah, I could drink salt water all day and I could still crave vegan nachos. Oh, it's the calcium. Bitch, I take a calcium supplement every damn day and I eat my greens. And I know that my spinach and my kale and my broccoli have some damn good calcium in them. It's just a fact of life that we have cravings. So this intuitive eating, when it comes to that, doesn't totally make sense to me. The second thing is satiety levels. Now, I know that not everybody struggles with this, but I really want to break this down. For those who are told to eat intuitively, is the idea that you eat when you're full. And my question is, well, what is full? Is full the idea that I, obviously have filled my belly because I've had 2 plates, but I could still eat dessert? So am I full? Do I eat desserts? And then even if I'm stuffed, I still want something on my palate, or my mouth is still craving something. So does that mean that I'm not exactly full? And then if you are an emotional eater, or if you have gone through either a depression or a period of your life where you are eating emotionally, what is full? You know what I mean? You could just eat like a bottomless pit because you're trying to fill an emotional void. And I think I've experienced that. On the opposite side of that, there is not eating because you don't feel hunger. And intuitive eating would say, well, only eat if you're hungry and only eat what your body needs. There have been times in my life where I could have said, my stomach is not hungry, but I know that it would be unhealthy to skip meals. So I'm not going to do that. There are times that you're just not hungry, right? Or there are times where you could eat something so small, like you could eat half of an apple. And while you know that your stomach is not physically full, you're like, oh, I can sense this morsel of food in my stomach. And today I'm really connected to that feeling. And I wouldn't feel comfortable with more being in my stomach. Like, I'm good with this. Half of an apple is not nutritionally sufficient. So no shit, Sherlock, that's not going to be healthy for you, right? But if I were to be intuitively eating, I'd be like, oh, well, my stomach feels this amount of food. It feels like enough. I would feel overly full or stuffed or uncomfortable eating more than that. And I understand that those get into deeper issues, but intuitive eating, is it really that intuitive? And I also want to kind of make the point that, I eat this because it tastes good, but I also know it's healthy for me. But if you were to ask me what I'm craving, would I prefer, some sort of processed vegan cheese, vegan nachos, carbohydrates, processed vegan protein? Of course I would. But that doesn't make sense with this intuitive eating movement. And the other thing is that if you're researching intuitive eating, it's probably because something is going wrong. Either you feel that you've been eating too much, or you haven't been eating enough, or you've been eating sufficiently, but the type of food is not good for your body. not nutritionally balanced. So most people who are researching or looking into intuitive eating are coming from a place where something is wrong. And to just expect or ask someone to know what is full, what is hungry, like what is true hunger, what is a craving versus a mineral deficiency. To ask somebody who's coming looking like for help, it's almost an insult. It's like, oh, well, you should just eat intuitively. It's like, well, that's the problem this whole time, is that the environment that we're in, the lives that we lead are not intuitive with food by nature. We are sold advertising, we are pumped with salt, sugar, and processed foods. Grocery stores are literally built so that they have the most unhealthy things like right on eye level, because those are the brands that pay the most money to get that spot. And so this intuitive eating almost sets us up for failure. And I truly don't understand it. And if I'm mistaken, someone please correct me. I would actually appreciate anyone who feels that they eat intuitively and it works for them, please comment below. Tell me how that works for you. And anyone else who's sitting here and is like, wow, I agree with you, Cassandra, please tell me what that experience is for you. You know, do you literally crave salads every day, or do you crave croutons and goldfish and don't eat them because you know that that's not best for your body, is proven by science and minerals and, you know, macronutrients. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about, and I know it gets a little bit deep, but you know, it's something that's also kind of pissing me off. And I am all about the health and wellness movements, but not trying to hark on anyone, but like, these are the kind of things that do make me frustrated. And I feel that even a normal person craves vegan donuts. Does that mean you should go eat them every single day after dinner? I don't think that would be healthy, but that would be intuitive eating, wouldn't it? Anyways, please tell me if I have it all wrong, or if you are now just as confused as I am. I hope that you are having a beautiful day. Remember to always be beautiful inside and out, and I really look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Sincerely, your Cassandra, confused and ready to eat her protein spinach salad with a little bit of tofu and some cashew cheese on the side. Love you guys. Bye.